neglecting national defense, and then unfettered illegal immigration with no assimilation. I think Europe as a continent is in massive decline. Am I wrong?
You know, it's, this different Europe, absolutely different countries, to be honest. So, for example, I couldn't never understand why Ukraine is not involved, is not invited to NATO. We have 1 million army. We want to be strong. We want to stay strong with Americans and with Europeans. We're ready to support. We wanted very much to be in NATO. For us, it's also security guarantees. This is important.
Despicable.
Let's see if we can find somebody willing to wipe the president's ass multiple times a day. Found her. Right there. This is the face of obsession. The kind of face it takes to wipe the president's ass and change his clothes multiple times a day because of radical incontinence of bowel and bladder. I'm a physical therapist with a doctorate in my field and 15 years experience working in home health care, treating geriatric patients with dementia, heart failure, kidney disease, and very significant incontinence. So for those of you who don't know, this
guy has been in the trenches, okay? He's seen the shit. He's been in the shit, man. He's seen things. He knows. He's noticed.
Natalie Harp, the president's closest White House aide. She began her political career as an anchor for the One America News Network, or OAN, and the qualifications for that job were objectively shameless devotion to right-wing authoritarian politics, also known as MAGA. She's also famous for writing letters to President Trump, stating things such as, "You're all that matters to me," giving enough concern to the Secret Service that she may be a threat to the president's life.
Thank you, Alistair. Alistair was in a band called Significant Incontinence. Significant Incontinence. Which is appropriate because we were talking about incontinence, which is somewhat relatively related to incontinence.
He was even present during the dignified transfer because there's no limit to when the president might shit his pants. And then this very famous photo where we have military personnel in dress uniform carrying the nuclear football that is tethered to a diaper bag. Yes, friends, that is a fucking diaper bag. This contains an endless supply of Depends, probably a change of clothes, cleaning supplies, wet wipes.
Wow, what a metaphor for the Trump presidency. The diaper bag is locked and loaded, ready to go, along with the nuclear suitcase.
Gloves, disposable chucks that he can lay on top of and then can be thrown away after they've been soiled. His health is in such a state that they have to tether the diaper bag to the nuclear football. What this means clinically is that he is not aware of when his bowel or bladder are emptying. It just happens without warning. This is totally different from what we call functional incontinence, where a patient is not physically able to get to a toilet soon enough before the events in question happen. This is an indication of how far his dementia has progressed. He doesn't know when he's about to shit himself. That's why they have her. And the only kind of person who would volunteer for a fucking job wiping shit and pee off of an 80-year-old man who smells awful all the time is someone who is obsessed with him. She is the equivalent of a hired home health aide. The president has commented to his own family that nobody loves him like Natalie does. And me, as somebody who's worked in elder care like I have, yeah, you got that shit right, brother. This is why I keep telling you guys it could happen any day now. A fall with a catastrophic injury, subdural hematoma, skull fracture, hip fracture, or just aspirating.
Just any one of those things sounds excellent. Please, God.
On food or water. Happy Tuesday. At this point, he's on 96 days of borrowed time. Who did he borrow the time from? The reflecting pool. Like it's just sitting there with no water in it. And the liner flapping in the wind. From when he should have attempted to grab himself by the nussy, been impeached, or they should have finished the process of invoking the 25th Amendment. Thank you for your attention to this.
Come on, dementia, do your thing, says Gato Sofa.
I heard you calling, no need to cry, now you can stop falling. I can help you make it all go away, but you have to do exactly what I say. Kiss the wall, if you want to keep it all. Kiss the wall, if you want to be absolved.
Dumb.
台湾2300万人当作白老鼠，各位以愤 动我吗？用你3年前的标准要求你自己，做不好就很短。
So right now, the people on Taiwan are in revolt. Protests are happening constantly about the fact that cooking oil was discovered to contain very deadly chemicals that could cause cancer. And the public was not made aware of this, that food inspection is not taking place the way it should. And right now, people are in the streets, and the target of the protests is the DPP, the ruling party on the island. That party tends to pander to
The double penetration party?
anti-mainland sentiments, tends to reinforce Taiwan separatist delusions, and the people of Taiwan, they are outraged about this government and its lack of responsibility with public health. This is a really important situation, and it's not getting much play in American media. Worth paying attention to. The fact that it seems like major corporations are making food on the island of Taiwan that has deadly chemicals in it, and government inspectors are not doing their jobs to make sure that the public is safe. And the fact that the people have hit the streets in big numbers to demand that this stop and to demand accountability.
Let it happen. Let it be so. All solidarity with the Taiwanese.
It's a major
who are
dereliction
Chinese,
of public duty that
as Taiwan is part of China.
Parliament has not faced up to this, of all challenges, something so fundamental to life as this. It's shameful, to be honest. It's a major dereliction of public duty that Parliament has not faced up to this, of all challenges, something so fundamental to life as this. It's shameful.
As what? The scourge of anti-Semitism?
To be honest, that politicians...
Andy Burnham gives his keynote speech on social care at Jewish Care, the leading health and social care charity for the Jewish community in London and the Southeast. 0.4% of the British population, almost like the country's totally occupied. I don't know. I need more context for that, and we don't have it now, do we?
Dr. Francisco Diaz did the autopsy for Lindsey Graham. This same doctor oversaw a case in 2012 where 8 human heads were discovered in a Detroit airport. They had arrived from Tel Aviv. They were in trash bags, unembalmed, and in a cooler full of blood. The heads also had infectious diseases. Dr. Diaz then joined the FBI where they raided a warehouse in Detroit, and they found over 1,000 more heads and other body parts. It was a
I already hate this video so much.
multi-million-dollar organ and body part trafficking operation, and Arthur Rathburn had been storing these bodies in freezers stacked on top of each
Rathburn?
other in paint cans, and he used a
No relation, I swear.
chainsaw to dismember them. The bodies, mostly, were people who donated their bodies for scientific research. He then rented and sold the body parts to the US, Mexico, Canada, Italy, Greece, and Israel. Arthur Rathburn operated under his company called IBI, International Biological Incorporated. IBI would buy body parts from the Biological Research Center, BRC, in Illinois and Arizona. He had shipped 8 decomposing heads to the International Dental Study Center in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv then sent the 8 human heads unembalmed in trash bags full of bodily fluids back to Detroit and never told the authorities. The thing is, there is no such thing as the International Dental Study Center of Tel Aviv. The package was addressed to Dr. Millie Raviv, and she, along with her husband and son, run a dental and medical practice headquartered in Montreal with an office in Israel. Between 2010 and 2011, Arthur Rathburn was stopped twice by federal agents as he was returning from Montreal, Canada, each time carrying 10 human heads. There were 6 total border crossings between 2010 and 2013.
Seems like a typical normal story.
In a 2012 shipment, agents also found a severed penis among the remains. Despite this, authorities didn't raid the warehouse until December of 2013.
So that's where my penis went?
Dr. Millie Raviv was living in Montreal during this time, running the Raviv Dental Center and serving as an assistant professor at McGill University, and has a private dental academy that advertises hands-on clinics on human cadavers. Dr. Raviv claimed ignorance of the infections and the improper packaging of the 8 heads, asserting her school maintained high standards. But she sent 8 human heads, bloody and unembalmed, in trash bags back to the U.S. She has a medical degree. She knew what was going on. The US and Canada declined to investigate the Raviv family. I wonder why. Despite the human heads being addressed to her specifically, despite her having numerous connections to a vast network of body brokers and cadavers, and she still provides the cadaver courses today. Think of Rathburn as an Epstein, just a small supplier and fixer of the larger network. And just like Epstein, he's the only one that got punished and took the fall for the entire operation. Meanwhile, the clients have all gotten off scot-free, and the illegal organ harvesting and trafficking continues to this day.
I don't get it, man. What? 8 human heads in trash bags? Organ trafficking? What is going on here? What are the Jews up to?
As to the autopsy for Lindsey Graham. This same doctor oversaw a case in 2012 where 8 human heads were discovered in a Detroit airport. They had arrived from Tel Aviv. They were in trash bags, unembalmed, and in a cooler full of blood. The heads also had infectious diseases. Dr. Diaz then joined the FBI where they raided a warehouse in Detroit, and they found over 1,000 more heads and other body parts. It was a multi-million-dollar organ and body part trafficking operation, and Arthur Rathburn had been storing these bodies in freezers stacked on top of each other in paint cans, and he used a chainsaw to dismember them. The bodies, mostly, were people who donated their bodies for scientific research. He then rented and sold the body parts to the US, Mexico, Canada, Italy, Greece, and Israel. Arthur Rathburn operated under his company called IBI, International Biological Incorporated. IBI would buy body parts from the Biological Research Center, BRC, in Illinois and Arizona. He had shipped 8 decomposing heads to the International Dental Study Center in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv then sent the 8 human heads unembalmed in trash bags full of bodily fluids back to Detroit and never told the authorities. The thing is, there is no such thing as the International Dental Study Center of Tel Aviv. The package was addressed to Dr. Millie Raviv, and she, along with her husband and son, run a dental and medical
What did they need the 8 human heads for?
practice.
Who needs 8 human heads?
Headquartered in Montreal with an office in Israel. Between 2010 and 2011, Arthur Rathburn was stopped twice by federal agents as he was returning from Montreal, Canada, each time carrying 10 human heads. There were
I mean, I can understand 7 human heads, but 8?
6 total border crossings between 2010 and 2013. In a 2012 shipment, agents also found a severed penis among the remains. Despite this, authorities didn't raid the warehouse until December of 2013. Dr. Millie Raviv was living in Montreal during this time, running the Raviv.
They found a severed penis. I wonder if a rabbi was nearby.
Gas, coal ash, wastewater, data center. All of this within 1 or 2 blocks of each other.
Memphis is home to XAI's data center empire and the world's largest supercomputer. But a 7th-generation Tennessean running for
I didn't think it needed to be said, but you're absolutely right, hot dog. Nobody needs 8 human heads. I don't care who you are. It's not something that you'll ever need.
Congress has been waging a fight against them as they wreak havoc on the health of his community.
Tech oligarchs and Elon Musk are targeting our community because they believe that our community is somehow the path of least resistance.
Because of where I was born, I'm estimated to live 10 years less.
She never had the honor of meeting her grandmother because she died of an asthma attack at the age of 21. Now she has asthma, her whole family has asthma.
We're dealing with health issues a lot more than we did in the past before XAI came here.
Pearson got his start organizing against oil pipelines that would have exacerbated the health risks in his community while sending billions to polluting corporations.
By consistently and persistently going to the people, educating them, informing them, we were able to build a coalition that won.
Together with the people of this incredible city, they forced 2, not 1, but $2 billion corporations to abandon their polluting project.
When XAI and Elon Musk decided they were coming into our community, my fight and organizing skills have not gone away.
Pearson and his fellow organizers have already seen success in their fight against XAI.
Elon came into our community without the consent of our community to build toxic data centers. So we fought back against the largest hyperscale data center in the world. We forced them to get permits they didn't want to get. What we have seen now across Tennessee and the country, people are taking the model made in Memphis to fight back. And we're seeing moratoriums and the banning of data centers all across the United States of America.
The primary is coming up on Thursday, August 6th. Pearson's district was gerrymandered by Republicans, splitting Memphis into 3 different districts. And although the cards are stacked against him, his campaign's focus on data center...
Beefaroni, I believe her name was Millie Ravi. R-A-V-I? Something like that. Millie Ravi.
Resistance and working-class populism is clearly resonating.
They think they drew a Republican district. What they don't
Why do you know her?
know is that they just woke a lot of people up. When people wake up, they kick out the corporations giving us cancer.
They didn't count on this black folk and white folk getting together to stand up and to fight back against a system that's been designed against us. If you are not a billionaire, you are one of us. And now it's time for us to take our fight to the U.S. Congress.
We the people.
All of Gaza is actually part of Israel. There's no reason to pull out the Jews 20 years ago, and there's no reason that we can't just go back. And you see how easy it is, just march. Thousands of people just very naturally coming and marching to their home.
Okay, Yeshel Greenblum, we get it.
Land. This is a part of the Israel homeland. It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. The beginning of the end, yes.
There are thousands of people that are here today. They are here and they are marching, and I'm not going to call it a protest because it's not a protest. We are working today to tell the government of Israel and show all the world that this land,
our land
belongs to us.
It's our land.
And that Gaza really belongs to us, and that we want to go back.
Gaza really belongs to us now.
We live there as we lived in the 2000s before they got us out of there.
Yes, because you were occupying their land. That's right. That's right. Yes.
2005.
And 20 years ago, temporarily, so some of the settlements were removed in a terrible, terrible move by the Israeli government. And we're going back. We're going back. We're just going back to where we've always been.
Just going back. A land without a people for a people without a land. No big deal.
I think in the end, we just going to have to rough them up a little bit more to get them into submission.
When you say rough them up more, you mean bomb Iran more?
Yes, take out some more of their infrastructure.
You seem to have some kind of strong opinions on the Iran war, some ideas about how maybe you believe we're going to win in our negotiations, right?
Yes.
All right. Just for our viewers, just point it out on the map for us so we know where Iran is, and then we know exactly where we're talking about.
Where is Iran? Okay. Oh, you want me to point it out?
Yeah.
I would say somewhere in here, but I'm not sure. How'd you say? I always see the little picture. I've never seen it like there.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the Middle East. And so
yeah. He's not used to looking at the little pictures there. He needs a bigger picture. Can he phone a friend?
I was thinking in this somewhere.
Oh yeah, he was thinking in Western Europe somewhere. That's where it was. Motherfucker pointed to Ukraine.
I haven't sat down there and did push pins on a wall map, if you know what I mean.
You just got fucking owned, you idiot.
Italy, I think.
Well, I just looked for the gray.
It's like, I think you actually went over, you pointed at Italy.
And I know it's a little small area.
Yeah.
No, it's not really. Iran's the size of Western Europe, practically.
Oh, it's over here. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's over here, and it's large. Like, I don't know. Iran's just like a small little thing over here. Nope, not there, and it's actually pretty big. He's like, yeah, we just need to go over there and rough them up. Okay. Where? Over there. Somewhere. Can you find it on the map? Nope. I don't know where it is. It's just, that's America for you. Sad to say.
This is a billboard of Israel here in Cyprus. This is one of the busiest highways in Cyprus. And this guy from Israel, because they have elections soon, and there is a lot of Israelis here in Cyprus, he's promoting his party in a different country here in Cyprus. This is not okay. We need to be careful in
not
Cyprus
okay.
for not one third country to come and slowly to get important land, and also in the future to have political influence over the country. This is very important for the sovereignty of Cyprus, and we need to defend it.
So because I don't want just to talk but also show with my actions, my party Direct Democracy Cyprus has filed a law proposal that prohibits this kind of political advertisement for elections happening in countries outside of Cyprus. I hope we have the support of the rest of the political parties in Cyprus to protect our sovereignty.
Sovereignty? That sounds anti-Semitic.
The people here that you see, and thousands that you don't see, lined up on 2nd Avenue here in Manhattan in front of the Israeli consulate, are here to protest the state of Israel's attempt to force Orthodox Jews into their army. Now, when people think of Israel, they may think it's a strange thing that Jews don't want to fight in its army. After all, is Israel not the Jewish state? Is Zionism not a manifestation of Judaism? Is Zionism not the national...
No, they just rent other foreign armies with interest.
liberation movement of the Jewish people? And we're here to answer all those questions with a resounding no. It is not. Zionism is not Judaism. In fact, Zionism stands in opposition to Judaism. Judaism stands in opposition to Zionism. Zionism was created actually to negate Judaism. Zionism was created to erase the identity of regular Torah-abiding Jews and in their place create what the Zionists refer to as, quote, the new Hebrew man.
AKA the mega Jew.
Zionism
the super
exists
Jews.
To eradicate the values of Judaism. Zionism exists to replace and repeal Judaism. The differences between Judaism and Zionism could not be more enormous. Judaism is a religion. Its adherents follow the Torah, which was given to Moses and the Jewish people at Mount Sinai in the desert. And that is where the Jewish people were born. As the Bible says, Hayom hazeh nihiyeh sola'am. Today, the Jewish people were born. We became a people. The Zionists believe that the Jewish people are a national identity, not merely a religious identity. They believe that the Jewish people are an ethnic identity, perhaps even, as Vladimir Jabotinsky believed, a racial identity. But whatever they believe, they think that being a Jew is more than being a member of a religion. The connection between all the Jewish people is not national. We are not one political nation. We are Am Yisrael, or you could call us the Ummah Yisraelis, the Jewish Ummah, which is a religious community. The only thing binding us together is our Torah. According to Zionism, what binds Jews together is a land, language, and a culture.
And a lot of nuclear weapons as well. He might be the, he's in rare company. That's Rabbi Yaakov Shapiro, who's actually a based anti-Zionist. And he doesn't believe, as I agree with him, as I believe, that Judaism is not a culture or an ethnicity or a nationality or a race. He believes that Judaism is a religion, and that's what I believe. I don't believe this ethno-supremacist, what do they call it, ethno-religion garbage nonsense. So he's actually pretty based. It's like, think about how Judaism is a minority. If as a religious group, it's a minority. And then think about Jews within Judaism that are anti-Zionist, and that's even more of a minority. So that's even more of a rarity. And he's one of them. I love it too, Lolo. When the Jays are based themselves, we love that. And we love Rabbi Yaakov Shapiro. Okay, moving on.
My ability to be visible to you comes from the world unfairly rewarding my particular type of visibility. It is important to acknowledge that, with the exception of being a cisgender male, everything about how I was born has put me at the current center of a damaging and widely accepted myth. That myth is that gayness orbits around straightness, transgender orbits around cisgender, and that all races orbit around whiteness. This myth is wrong, but this myth is too real for too many. It is ancient, so it is trusted. It is a habit, so it's assumed to be the way things are. It's inherited, so it's thought immutable. Its consequences are dangerous because it prioritizes a certain type of love, a certain kind of body, a certain kind of skin color, and does not value in the same way anything it deems to be other to itself. It is a myth that is with us from birth, and it is a myth that keeps money and power in the hands of the few instead of being invested in the lives of the free. I appreciate this community
girl.
so much because it's where I learned to reject this myth. I appreciate this community because together we are not just going to question this myth, we are going to destroy it.
The white bitch has got a point. This white millionaire actress has a point. In secretly recorded meetings, Israeli Jews, Hanan and associates claimed involvement in 33 presidential-level election campaigns worldwide, saying 27 were successful. They described offering services such as hacking email/messaging accounts, sabotage large-scale social media disinformation via software that could control tens of thousands of fake profiles. The group marketed itself to political clients, private companies, Florida fat Jewish congressman by the name of Randy Fine, gay Jewish Mexican podcasters and intelligence agencies.
George is the nickname, and I don't have a name. You saw what it said on the door, right?
No.
It says nothing. It says nothing.
I don't really care because the camera work is so bad I don't want to watch it. But I take your word for it. I'm sure it was
To be honest with you, I think about 3 to 4 weeks we should have them in a spot.
Yeah, we saw Lindsey Graham talking about the Iranians. Oh yeah, 3 to 4 weeks going to have some of them cities being fallen, and their civilization was going to collapse. But then you know what happened? A funny thing happened on the way to the drone factory. Lindsey Graham collapsed. The very thing he said the Iranian civilization was going to do, he went and did, folks.
Because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state.
That's got to be left.
We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare.
Can't do daycare. Got to fight wars. It's the American way. Eldridge has the capitalist mindset versus the socialist mindset. Let's take a look.
Away in his country. And he made the point to me that China is wasting money on all these railways, trains going everywhere, super fast, wonderful bridges to nowhere, to a small place, he said, with only a few thousand people. They'll build a bridge to them. He couldn't grasp that socialism in China means what it says on the tin.
It means industrialization, which is what it used to mean for capitalism in the 19th century, but we're now at financialization. We've financialized industries. We have not industrialized finance.
It means that every region of China must be connected to the other. If you like, in traditional capitalist economic logic, you wouldn't build a railway to there because it won't make a profit. But their idea of profit is different to the idea of profit in China. The idea of profit in China is to raise the living standards of every person in every region. You see, in a capitalist country, that doesn't happen. Nobody tries to lift forgotten regions that have either lost their former relevance, like Liverpool, or have never had any relevance. They're just left to rot in Western countries. Socialism means us, us all, us, and always, forever. Capitalism is me and now. No caring about other people's children, no honoring about other people's parents, no us, no always, just me and now. When our children say, that's mine, we lecture them. There is nothing called mine. What is in this house belongs to everybody in this house. This is the normal human nature that we should encourage. But capitalism discourages it, makes you think only of me and only of now. Chinese people are lucky they have a government that understands the difference. I spoke to a man recently. He runs the railway in his country.
Based clip from George Galloway. Can't disagree with anything he said there.
يلا 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 خلصوا يلا يلا كله يلا
Really no context for that. No idea what's going on there. Okay. I think that's all of the Discord links that we've got for today as well. Unless you guys got more things.
I think. No! Fuck that shit. You a terrorist, bro. Get off my shit. Do something. Do something. Why you walking a terrorist? I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. I know we're not paying $30,000 a year. $30,000 for tuition to have a terrorist.
IDF soldier at Towson University. Nicely done.
The image of the dead is my mind.
Don't send me copyrighted music. What's the matter for you?
Like, there's sizable contingents of people who believe some of the most insane conspiracy theories about them. They're well aware Israel's status in America as the beloved darling in the Middle East, that's never coming back. And so, just like they had to regroup after the temple, they have to regroup now.
I can already tell this guy blinks way too much.
And think of a new strategy. They can't keep throwing money at something useless. What we're in currently is a race for the institutions. Because America is a representative democracy, because America has a political class and a bureaucracy, that means that power in this country synthesized and concentrated into institutions. The Ivy League,
Jesse.
Wall Street, the think tanks, Congress,
That's very
Senate.
nice
I mean,
of you.
all these different high institutions in America. High institutions full of people who are disconnected from the public. They're wealthy people, Ivy League educated people. They don't care what the political public...
Okay, so he's got Tourette's, so I'm the asshole here. I'm the asshole. I'm being ableist. I guess I should be canceled.
Has to say. Can you find me one middle American who works a regular job who thinks that Wall Street should have more money? No. Anybody normal in America unanimously agrees that Wall Street has more than enough money, but you can find tons of people on Capitol Hill who believe that. You can find tons of people at Harvard and Columbia and Yale who believe that. This is the power of institutions. Politics is largely decided by institutions. And so if the first wall of defense, that being the actual public support, collapses, what matters now is the second wall of defense, the institutions, keeping the people in the institutions, the elites of American society, friendly with Israel. Because let me break down a certain misconception people have. People think that all of the elite of our society, all of the government actors of our society are Jewish. That's not true.
It's not true. It's just not true. Okay.